Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've been working on these knives and these tools, or we'll call them blades, whatever. Right here, I've got this and I got to clean it up. I got to take it and put it on a sander, sander, yeah. Then I'm gonna put a wheel, we call it a wire wheel to it and get it good and cleaned up. I've kind of figured out the handles for them, which is usually the hardest part of any knife. But let me get it lined up. Right there will be the handles. That's a piece of hickory, and I will sand them down and make them to where they contour with the knife. But look right there. And I ain't got nothing in it. Not a dime. And once it gets sharp, see, I done sharpened on this, and now that right there will absolutely shave you. And it'll make a real good knife. It'll cut anything you want to cut. But that's that one real long butcher knife that I said was hard to find and hard to get. That'll be the copy of it. Right here is that little long butcher knife we was doing. And I'm going to put these little hickory handles on it right here. And see, that'll make a nice little knife. It contours to your hand real nice. It's not heavy. It's actually got some spine to it. And it'll do some real good cutting. I haven't sharpened on this one or got it to where I want it yet. But there's how it'll look. And it was made out of an old crosscut saw somebody wrecked. So, we don't have nothing in them. This here was a hickory handle out of a hole, and I split it to make that meat cleaver a good handle. That meat cleaver is good and stiff, and I wanted to scrape hogs with, where you run that water and you scrape that hog without your hand being in that water so bad. But I will sharpen this up too. But you can see right there will be the handles. I've got to go get some epoxy and some rivets or something to fasten these handles with. I'm going to try rivets and, get something about that long in brads. Brads is what I'm thinking, not rivets, brads. And I'll brad these handles on, and that way they'll stay. And then they'll have the epoxy to hold them too. I got to get a sanding belt for my sander, and I'm going to get me a wire wheel grinder, like a bench grinder. I'm going to try to get one of them in the next couple of days. And that way I can clean these up and give them a good sharpening. But there's that one. Okay, and then this one here, I ain't sure if I'm going to keep these handles or not. They fit good, but I think I cut them a little short. But this was the big butcher knife, the long, wide butcher knife. And right there's the handles I was looking at for it, but I think I want to make them a little bit longer. They just don't hardly fit my hand. See, they don't come out the end of my hand. And I do think I will, make another set, probably out of, let's see how this looks. It won't be as long as that. But let me see. I may do it out of this flat stock. Seems like it'd be the easiest to work with. Yeah, see, you can do that flat stock right there and it'd do real good. And I could shape it to fit the knife. And then when I do the final grind to get the curvature right and stuff and sharpen it, that'd be a real nice knife. Now, I done this just more or less goofing off. But you talking about a rough looking little critter, that it will be a brush axe. And it'll still have the teeth on the back for the saw. But it's got a hickory handle. I was trying to get these bolts to go through it, and I was going to brad them, but they ain't going to work. I will have to take that back off. But tell me, it ain't one rough looking critter. And I done sharpened it and took it outside and chopped with it. And buddy, it will do some chopping. I ain't tried this back here yet. I might try to see how that saw, if I can get that saw sharp on the back. And that way, if you want to, you could, if you had a limb or something, you could saw it off or reach over and just give it a watch out. But that's what come out of the crosscut saw. Once again, you got an axe, which there's more of it out there. I ain't near done. There's still more blades out there I got to get cut out. But there's an axe. And if you had to go out there, I'm telling you, that'd be a lot of fun out there whacking bushes and, you had to use it, you know what I'm saying? And then I end up with two of these meat cleavers like this when it's all said and done. Two of these long butcher knives like this. The sharp pointy butcher knife. We'll end up with two of them. And we'll end up with two of the wide thick blade butcher knives when it's all said and done. So, if you think about it, for a little bit of work, this makes quite a few things. And I'm going to cut out some wrenches. Like, take like this nut out there and mark it how wide it is from one side to the other. Take that grinder, cut all that out. You can make a wrench if you needed to. A number of things out of that saw. But I want to come on here, give you an update on these. I ain't got the money right now to get the epoxy, but as soon as I get the money, I'm going to get the epoxy and I'll get these handles glued on and get these knives finished. And there was somebody wanting to know about if we'd do a drawing for one. Let me get them done. And, we might do a drawing for one. But I have to make sure I do the rules correct or I can get in a lot of trouble. I have to tell you that, I ain't going to say your information if you send me information. The edit women is going to work on me some other account where y'all can message me on our privately. What do they call that? They ain't Twitter. Instagram. And we can do it through, there was something else, Snapchat. We can do it through a Snapchat. That way, if you send me your information, once I open it and write it down, it goes poof. And that way, I ain't selling your information. Which, let's be honest, I wouldn't know how to sell it no way. So, but, we might do a drawing on one of these knives or maybe do a whole set of 4, you know what I'm saying? But now, can't get this. I'm going to do a video when I get all these handles and stuff in of me out swamping bushes and stuff, but I'm going to take and put rivets in this and epoxy this in this so it helps this wood a little bit. But I thought that was kind of neat. And if you remember the old backer knives people used to make, let me go over here and get one. Oh, give me just a second. Oh. This here is a backer knife that was made out of a crosscut saw. You can see the thickness of it and everything. And, people use what they had. And this was 2 pieces. If you look, you can see where it's got that crack. They actually made that out of 2 pieces. That's how people used to cut their backer. You grab it like that, whack. And I may make a couple of them before we get done. But this is just a modified version of this. See, you could have took just made that much of it and made 3 of these and put little handles on them. But I'd have still left them big teeth sticking out just because I think it looks cool. But I thought I'd give you an update. I ain't been doing much because of my back. It's just, man, it's fighting me. I'm just being honest with you, it's fighting me. But my cousin Marcia and Donnie, I want to thank you for that deep fryer they brought me. They brought me a deep fryer. And, we'll probably do a Mountain Man's Country Kitchen and nothing else. We'll fry up some French fries with that little French fry maker. And we'll fry up some French fries or something in that thing. But I do appreciate it. I've always used that little old iron kettle, and they said that they thought they'd bring me that deep fryer over, and that'll come in handy now when it comes time to start canning sausage stuff. You just put it down in there and fry it sausage, raise it up, pull it out, put it in your jars, dip your little grease in there, and it'll just be lickety split. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna keep this video short. I'm sorry, people, that I'm hurting. It's just I can't get comfortable. I'm trying to take it easy and just do a few minor things to keep the critters fed. I went and got feed yesterday, and I used the wheelbarrow to move it. I just drop it down in the wheelbarrow and roll it to where I need it, pick it up, put it in the barrel. But it still didn't help my back none. But I'm going to jump off here. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other, and I'll see you on the next video.